Well, good morning YouTube. Just about morning by the time we got packed up and ready to go. We're heading off down to Cornwall camping for a few days, and as you can see, the Guzzi's loaded right up with the kitchen sink, etc. So yeah, it's supposed to be fantastic weather for the next few days, and we're going to make the most of it, camping down on the Lizard, seeing a few sights, and see what we can see while we're down there. Hope to maybe see some seals, and you never know what wildlife you're going to catch. Get down onto the point. So let's make it happen. It's the first big test of the Guzzi, carrying all the luggage. So I've kind of gone overboard a bit really. Got the kitchen sink etc on the back, so I've got camping bed, inflatable self-inflating mattress, camp chair, obviously all the cooking gear, sleeping bag, clothes, a sort of day's worth supply of food, and see how we go. So just leaving little village where I live, and Fonthill, that's the Fonthill estate, that's the big archway we've just been through, that's the entrance to the estate, and heading out to 303 and then crack on down to Cornwall. No real plan. I think I might take a ride across Dartmoor, just to sort of see the sights etc. We got all day to get there, and it's kind of like part of the adventure, isn't it, the travel. Yeah, so I saw the sort of long range weather forecast we're predicting this week about sort of 10 days ago, so in the hope that it was going to be good, I booked the time off work, and it's paid off. So yeah, it should be good. Really looking forward to a nice break, and just not having to worry about work and all those other kind of life things, but yeah, there we go. So we'll be picking up the 303 in a second, and yeah, then we'll crack on down to Cornwall. Be interesting to see how the bike handles with all the sort of luggage and everything on board. 2 up, it rides great, not a problem. See my previous video, but so I'm not really expecting any issues with the bike. I have packed a few tools just in case, although with a modern fuel injection and etc, anything much more than a puncher and will be 100% snafud. So fingers crossed, Italian reliability, let's not go there. I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, what can possibly go wrong? It's air cooled and only got 2 cylinders. So this will be the first sort of big miles in a day. I've kind of almost done, some sort of big mileage, sort of 100 miles or so in a day, 150 maybe, but this will be the first sort of, I don't know how far it is, 250 miles or so. Oh, it's quite windy today. Actually, I might have to do my coat up. I was thinking that it's going to be a bit hot and sweaty on the way down, but that wind's got a bit of a chill to it. Oh, well, there we go. Fluffy blue, no, they're not blue clouds, are they? It's fluffy white clouds and a nice blue sky. Okay, so I think we'll cut the recording there until we get a bit further down, at least sort of towards Dartmoor, and we'll catch up with the action a bit more there. Well, we're cracking on nicely. We just come through the Blackdown Hills, and just watch this guy turning right. And we're coming up to the first coffee stop, which is just up here on the left hand side, somewhere not too far. Yeah, really lovely part of the world this is. If you get the chance to come down and visit, it's brilliant. There's a load of history around here as well, which I'm sure I've mentioned several times before. It's Band of Brothers country. This is where the American Airborne were all stationed around this kind of area, and they flew out from the airfields here at Normandy, which is quite poignant actually, because it's the 80th anniversary tomorrow. So, you know, they'd have been all geared up, ready to go, and then put on 24-hour stand down, and then off. And that story's been told. So far, the Guzzy is performing absolutely brilliant with all this luggage on it. I cannot fault it. It handles, well, just like it does when it hasn't got all the luggage on it. No, it's really, really positive and sure-footed, to the extent that coming around one of the roundabouts on the 303, I actually managed to touch my boot down going around the roundabout, which wasn't expected. And I wasn't really trying either. But anyway, there we go. Right, here we go. Coffee shop. First coffee of the day. Excellent. Oh, someone's left me space. Look at that. Ideal. There we go, all coffeeed up, and let's hit the road again. One thing I've noticed that's a bit odd, the neutral light. Yeah, see, it's gone out now because I'm still in gear. It's must go through the CAN bus system, so it checks it when you fire the ignition on. And you've got to wait for it to go through its check before it actually tells you whether you're really in neutral. But anyway, so we are. But right, let's rock and roll. And next stop is going to be Trago Mills, I think, where we'll gas up because it'll be cheap, and then we'll be heading off across Dartmoor to Princetown. And that's the plan anyway. Got all day to get to the Lizard, so let's take all day. Okay, so we'll recapture the action, I think, once we get to well, once we start heading across Dartmoor, I think. Okay, so see you all in a bit. So we're cracking on, just got past Exeter, we're on the A30, so we're just sort of starting to go south of Dartmoor. What have we got here? Oh, it's another Guzzy then. And we're going to crack on down here until we get to Trago Mills, pull off, fuel up, and then we're going to head up across Dartmoor to Princetown, grab a spot of lunch there, and then carry the rest of the way on down. So having realised I've made a horrendous cock up and I've gone down the A30 instead of the A38, so we've gone around the north of Dartmoor instead of the south, we're going to miss Trago Mills because we're on completely the wrong road. So I'm going to come off here and then we're going to head cross country down towards Princetown. Goes a bit of a break from the dual carriageway and see some of the sights of Dartmoor, which is got to be better than sitting on a dual carriageway for hours. Right, so let's actually pay attention to the signs this time, shall we? I suppose we could cheat and actually put the sat nav on. Normally. Oh, that's better. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. It is really windy today, northerly wind, so it's a bit of a crosswind, and quite cold. Although I got my summer gloves on, I could do with you know, just the silk liners underneath, but unfortunately I we don't know which way I need to go. Right, I think we're going to have to stop and put the sat nav on. Ooh, Dartmoor. For some reason I feel like I'm now going back on myself. Okay, let's stop and sat nav ourselves up, shall we? Yeah, because this is taking us back to Newton Abbot. Right. Travel maps. Let's have an indicator on, shall we? Right, PR. Oh, looks like we're going the right way then, I think. Let's see what happens when we get moving. Yay! Right, so on our way to Princetown, and then you can see the moors stretching out in front of us. Yeah, that'll be tiny, won't it, in the distance? Right, we're trying a bit with the 360 cam set up there. I've no idea what sort of shot that's going to give us, but hey, I figured while riding across Dartmoor it's the ideal time to try it, get some fantastic views over across the moors hopefully, and it's a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit, so nice and gentle. That crosswind is really strong today though. I'll say it's quite chilly. It's coming from the north, and it flipping shows. It's almost bordering on putting me gauntlets on, but no, it's summertime and I'm going to flipping pretend it's summertime. Oh, that is really cutting across. Mind you, as you can see, it's pretty sort of like windswept. There isn't much to stop it. Wow. Oh, sheep in the road. Oh dear, it looks like it's been hit by a car. Or is he just lying on the warm tarmac? No, he's just lying on the warm tarmac. Now we've got horses in the road. Alright, let's just pull over and wait for him to go by. Young and in tow. Lens looking nice and clean, lovely. Oh yeah, that wind, God, I can feel it like cutting across on the inside of me sunsheet. Oh, there's obviously something really tasty on the road. Here we go, lovely. Oh, look at that view. I'm afraid I'm going to have to. I don't know why I'm shooting it with this camera, because it's just going to have that one in the view. But oh, that crosswind is like really going for it. So this is kind of like the Hound of the Baskervilles country, you know, where Arthur Conan Doyle wrote that story while he was staying down on Dartmoor. And there is a hound tour, which we're not going to go today, but which allegedly is the site, you know, of or one of the sites in the story. Sheep. Oh, they've got some nasty looking horns on them. Fantastic countryside, look at that, what a fantastic view. We're really lucky with the weather today, because Dartmoor is renowned for having its own kind of like weather system. So you can literally get sort of like every kind of weather in 24 hours and sometimes in an hour. So we've just sort of struck it lucky today, and lovely fluffy white clouds and blue sky, and hopefully that's the only kind of weather we're going to get. But bridge. So I walked across that bridge when I was a 16-year-old doing my Duke of Edinburgh, where we did I can't remember how many tours it was now, but in like 5 days hiked across Dartmoor to get, I think it was the Silver Award. Yeah, so that was 40 years ago. Wow. So there's some fairly typical Dartmoor scenery, and you can kind of see from that imagine how bleak that would be in the middle of winter, freezing cold. And then you can see why they put the prison in the middle of Dartmoor, because it makes it well, very, very difficult to get away. You know, there have been some famous escapes, but not very many, if any, were successful. And there is a museum that you can go around attached to the prison, and some of the things they've got in there, you know, some of the improvised sort of weapons and things like that that the inmates produced, and the guards obviously subsequently found. Yeah, it's amazing how much ingenuity that we'll put into harming our fellow man, isn't it? But nevertheless, the museum's well worth a visit. You know, tells you the history of the prison and everything else, and some of the notable escape attempts. So yeah, well worth a visit. But we won't be doing it today because, you know, it's lunchtime stop, and then we're heading on down to the Lizard. I don't think this is Princetown. So I can't see the prison. Oh yes, I can. So it is Princetown. Just caught a glimpse of the prison, which we'll probably see as we get over the top of this hill. Oh, down another one. There it is. So we're quite literally in the middle of Dartmoor, and so you can see why they put the prison here. Imagine trying to get out of the middle of this on foot in the middle of winter. It's freezing cold, surrounded with some fairly treacherous bogs and marshes, which will literally swallow a horse whole, so they've got no problem with gobbling up, you know, your average man. Yes, it's really good. Oh, right. Oh dear, everything looks quite closed. Okay, let's see if there's what we got in the car park.